So this one's coming out a little bit early because I don't actually have a hell of a lot of time this week. But my film's just finished. It's doing really quite well. I think it was 140 odd views. I'm very happy with that. So now I'm moving on to the next project. I've got a few things I'm looking to do. I've got a play I have been casting for a work in progress called The Owl and the Imp. I'm looking forward to that. I'm currently writing a short piece that will hopefully take me a week to sort out and do. But it's going to be a departure from the film. I've got two films I'm currently working on. Both are 15 minutes. I'm trying to make them into a sort of 15-minute short pieces that I can take to an hour collectively. So I'm starting on the first two. I'm in the planning stages with the other two, and I've still got to get the first page of my Shakespeare shortened piece together to take to primary schools. I'm very busy, very excited. I'll hopefully be speaking to someone about them tomorrow. I've got a few people who are interested in working with me now, which is even better. That I've been able to develop those connections just from the one film. It's fantastic. Hopefully, the current aim for me is to try and make maybe a short film maybe every 2 months, and interspersing that with some short form videos and projects and longer projects, because excuse me, part of the issue I have is that I'm currently riding this sort of wave of, what would I call it, motivation and productivity. And I have to be very careful that while I'm very busy this week, that I don't let this immediate wave pass me, and that I keep pushing towards it. I'm going to be very much overwhelmed. I think originally I wanted to have my Shakespeare show finished for October so that I could take it to some local primary schools and get some initial feedback on it, while I was in my local area, and I have those connections to these primary schools. The adults there know me. I went to some of these primary schools, so it was to build on that connection. But I'm struggling to find a way to develop the business aspect of that work. But if I'd focus on the short form touring show, it would mean losing out on the valuable opportunity of taking the feedback from the local primary schools in my area. And as I'd be moving, I don't know the area, I don't know the schools. They may not be willing to let me experiment. You take my work and see how it flows in a classroom, which is absolutely fair. It's their choice. So it's really a case for me just now working out what I should do. I think I'm going to sit on it just now and speak to my guy tomorrow and see what he says, because he can give me a better bit of advice on it. Because while I don't think I'll abandon any of these projects, I'm going to do them all. It's what should I prioritize right now that I'm struggling with, because I've got a lot I want to do. But right now, the one thing that's always going to be a priority is the Owl and the Imp, because that's paid work, and I will never turn that down. I've started learning the lines for it. I've been looking into what's it called? Cultural arcs, I guess. Basically, how do different cultures portray eagles and spiders and pine trees in their folk tales and lore, and what sort of characteristics do they normally have in these stories? Because it will really provide me with an insight of what might work. I can take my own spin on those animals and I guess tree, and create my own character with it. The one thing that is wild is that after all of the jokes about doing drama professionally, you could be a tree. One of my first paid jobs has me being a goddamn pine tree. The rumors were true. Man, no, yeah. So, in summary, lots to think about. Things I'm going to film sooner rather than later. One of my shows I think I'll probably do after The Owl and the Imp, one of the short form ones, because I'll still be in this house and the piece is relevant to this house and this location, and I want to do it before I move. The Owl and the Imp is going to be great importance to me over the next month, so I'm going to focus most of this month on that. Correction, I'm going to focus all of this month on that. Most of my free time is going to go to this. It's also going to be a case of developing different ideas. I'm looking into different stories and folklore that I can bring into my work and see what I can develop.